right. As we say, we got 2 streams going right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to go live, Jay.
We're going live now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We're already live on one, going live on here. We appreciate everybody for joining in. You've now reached the Reach Podcast Show. As you know, we are now live at Floa Studios, our new location. And so we want to welcome everybody in. Today I have my awesome sister, Ms. Jemeka Simmons, in the building.
Good
and
morning.
we appreciate everybody that's going to tune in, that will get locked in. Again, you have reached the Reach Podcast Show. So, first thing I want to do is welcome you to the show. Appreciate you being here, you know what I'm saying, and coming on and kicking it with me, and giving everybody the opportunity to, understand what you've been doing and everything that you got going on. So appreciate you for being here.
Thank you, LeBron, for having me.
Absolutely. Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are.
Well, good morning, guys. My name is Jemeka Simmons, and I'm an esthetician. Been an esthetician for a couple of years. I'm kind of new to the field. So I'm also going into being an instructor of aesthetics as well. So I'm loving the field that I'm in. I'm loving what I'm doing. It's good to be living your God-given purpose.
Yeah.
So it's a blessing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. So the thing I want to get into, one is, I normally wear my Reach Podcast Show shirt, but today I got my son's shirt on. Team Sir, they're in the basketball out in Dallas right now, so they're at Nationals and they playing.
Okay,
and so
good.
I'm supporting from afar, so that's the reason for this show.
Dad
So shout out to Team Sir. We appreciate everything that y'all been doing. We need y'all. They probably playing right now. We want y'all to kick butt and bring home the trophy.
Good luck.
Absolutely. So that's the reason for that. But let's just get right into it. So what inspires you to do this, everything that you're doing in the line? I'll just say, what inspires you to do this beauty lab? What was the motivation behind that?
The motivation, I've always been into, I'm going to say you in particular, just kind of calling me and asking me questions for help with your daughter. And, I've always kind of received questions like that as far as, beauty or fashion or, things of that nature. So that was an inspiration. I want to thank you. That's always been in the back of my head as an inspiration. Like, the Lord will always call me and ask me questions. So, being an inspiration, I've always wanted to help kids and just being an inspiration to others and making people feel good. My motto is self-care is the best care.
Absolutely.
And I think that's really important, especially nowadays and in the times that we're living in now, especially. We have to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And if we have families, if we have other things going on, we can't really take care of others properly if we're not taking care of ourselves. So that's a big thing for me.
Absolutely. Well, that's definitely one thing. I just had to walk not too long ago, and it was all about self-care. That was the main thing, is make sure you are taking care of yourself.
Yes.
That's like the biggest thing, And if you can't take care of yourself and you can't take pride in what you're doing for yourself, then, you're just already losing. This thing keep falling. Then you're already losing. So, that's a big motivation for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to.
Absolutely. So tell us about the Beauty Lab. Tell us about the name and tell us about, how you envision that going and how it's going right now and what you're doing over there.
So Echelon Beauty Lab, I can't tell you how I came up with that name, my boy.
Okay.
I just thought it sounded cool.
Yeah.
No big real story or inspiration behind it at all. It just sounded cool. I liked the Beauty Lab concept, and I wanted a nice word that meant something, the higher level and hiring yourself.
Right.
So
nothing
big behind that. I can't give you nothing special.
Well, look, Echelon, it's the upper echelon. You definitely have a higher feeling about yourself. So we'll just claim that.
It feels good to make people feel good about themselves, and when you feel good and you look good, I think that it just exudes outside, what you're trying to do in life.
So tell us about the services that you provide and what you do there. That's one of the main things I want everybody to be aware of.
Sure. So my main thing that I do as an esthetician in my office is skin correction. So if you've known me, and I know you've known me for a very long time.
Yes, ma'am.
I always have problems with skin, and my goal is, a lot of my clients are male clients, but my clients that suffer with acne, especially the female clients, my goal is for them to be able to go without makeup, because I know for me especially, I wouldn't go anywhere without any makeup.
Yeah.
So my goal, and now I don't, if I have to, I don't. And I know that's the big thing for women, to feel secure in going wherever they need to go. They want to feel secure in their face and in their skin. So that's always been a passion of mine, trying to correct my own skin,
right.
Correcting, doing cocktails of things, growing up, trying to fix my own skin. So I understand when people come to me and they have acne, pigmentation, or just breakouts that are bad that they can't control.
Yeah.
I understand. I feel where they're coming from, and my goal is to help them feel better about not wearing any makeup and being comfortable in their own skin without being having to cover it up or being insecure about it.
Yeah.
So that in itself is a passion, because I know where they're coming from, and I want to fix it. So it's all about results.
Right.
It's all about results.
Okay. And then, so I see it looks like massages, and you're doing stuff
I don't
on
do
the butt
massages.
and
So,
all kind of stuff.
Okay, so yeah.
Clear the air.
Okay, yes. I do massages are incorporated in my facial. So I want it to be a spa experience. I want, when you come to me, I want you to have a good experience. I want this to be an escape from your everyday life. I want you to feel good while you're with me. I want it to be a great ambiance. I want it to be clean.
Right.
So even before this pandemic, I was very good with my sanitation. I'm a germaphobe. That's what my husband say.
Yeah.
So this is not nothing other than me being required to wear a mask. It's nothing really different as far as sanitation, but I do want my clients to come to me and feel comfortable, and I want them to feel like they're in a spa environment, and it is a spa environment, and feel good while they're there. So yeah, I do incorporate little mild massages, but that's the whole. You have to go to school to be a masseuse.
Right.
No, I don't have those hours to be a masseuse, but I do what I can to make you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Now I have kind of not done so much interaction as far as hands-on different areas of the body, because only just trying to concentrate in the face area because of what's going on. We really don't want, I mean, I know people don't want me touching them as much. So, but I do like to make you feel good while you're there.
That's good.
Yeah, I do vaginal facials to clear up the dark areas that we sometimes deal with.
Now that's interesting. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know if you've seen it before, but
no, I haven't seen
you haven't seen it, but
yeah, that's different.
But we have darker pigmentation areas, in our bikini line, or ingrown hairs, hair bumps. So I can treat that. I do back facials. I've always had acne problems on my back and even on my arms. And it might not even be acne. It can be allergic reactions to your washing powder or your linens, what type of linens that you're using, or even your soap or anything like that. So it's all about finding out what the problem is and correcting the problem and treating it. Okay. So when you come to me, I will treat you, but the main thing that you have, the most important thing when you're treating your skin is the at-home consistency. I will offer and recommend a at-home skincare routine, and it is up to the client to be able to really make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do at home, what I recommend, in order to receive the maximum results of correcting your skin or correcting whatever it is.
Okay.
But yeah, I do butt facials, I do skin lightening, I do facial skin correction on the skin. So yes, the darker areas in any part of your body. Yes, I do body contouring, which includes the wood therapy, heat therapy. So the body contouring is not about just losing weight, but it is in conjunction with your workout. Okay. So if you're working out and you're dieting, I can contour your body with the wood therapy to kind of shape and mold your body.
Gotcha.
And you'll lose inches. Not so much as pounds, but you will lose inches. And I will require you to eat a certain type of way to receive the maximum results. And do what you're supposed to do at home.
Okay. And is it a rigorous type of deal that you give them, the assignments or the homework? Is it rigorous for them to do at home?
No.
What do you require?
So I'm going to just give you the basic skincare routine. So it's going to include a good cleansing twice a day, morning and night. It's going to be exfoliating morning and night 3 times a week, because we never want to over exfoliate our skin because it can cause more damage to your skin.
Okay.
But exfoliating, I'm going to tell you, step number 2, which is exfoliating, is my favorite part of the skincare routine, because it does help you with the pigmentation of the skin, the hyperpigmentation of the skin. It helps even out your skin tone. It helps lighten and brighten your skin and gives you a glow. So that's my favorite part of the skincare routine, but we just can't do it every day. Every other day is what I recommend in most cases. Yeah. Everyone is different.
Okay.
So when you come to me, I have to look at your skin. We have to do a consultation, and I have to see what you're dealing with, what we're dealing with, and I can recommend. That's part of the consultation.
Okay.
And the third part is so the third part is moisturizing. You can also use a toner, and that really brings your skin back to the pH balance. But if you're using a good skincare product, toning is really not necessary. But I'm going to say this to our people of color, that we're not used to using a SPF, which is a sun protectant. And we really need it. Mm-hmm. People, other races, they're used to wearing it, but we really need it, and it protects our skin from the sun rays, and even being in front of the computer all day, especially nowadays, we're working from home. Yeah. It protects our skin from the UV rays. So what the sun damage does is it causes premature aging of your skin, wrinkles, sagging, spotting, sunspots, and I see most of my clients have sun damage. Okay. So SPF can help prevent that.
Gotcha.
So I want to stress that people of color, I know that we are not used to using SPF, but please make that part of your skincare routine.
Okay, cool. And so they really get educated when they come to you. Yes. That's the thing I'm finding out, is they're getting educated and they understand what needs to happen, and that's a huge part of it. So
yeah, because we're not used to, look, in the other races, they'll do whatever to make sure their skin is good. And we have lived by the motto that black don't crack. Black crack.
Black crack, right.
Black does crack sometimes. Yeah. So we need to take care of ourselves. We need to maintain our skin and do what we need to do to make sure that we can look the best that we can. We don't, and you can start early, but it's never too late. Right. So yes, we do need to it's important for us to maintain our skin. You may not think you may have the clearest skin, and I have clients that come to me where I just want a facial because it feels good. Right. I don't really have any problems with my skin. I get in there skin dirty as I don't know what, because they're not cleansing their skin, because they're wearing makeup. Yeah. So you really don't know unless you go to a specialized esthetician that specializes and know what to look for and know what you need to do. You really don't know. So it's very important. And maintenance of your skin monthly is pretty good. Okay. In most cases.
Good. So, you educate them now. So the other thing that I'd like to know is like the vision for Echelon Beauty Lab. Where do you have any type of entrepreneur goals that you're aiming toward, or what is your drive right now?
My drive is my ultimate goal at first was to maybe open up my own institution, but my ultimate goal right now is to probably maybe open up a shop and to have enough space so I can hold classes. So I can, since I am an instructor now, I'm able to hold classes and show other estheticians how to, who have the passion to wax or do skin correction. So, and also when you're an esthetician and when you're in this field, it's important to always keep up with training.
Right.
Like, I'm always in training. I'm always looking for someone that's going to give me the information that I need to take my business to another level.
Okay.
But yes, it's a few things that I'm still kind of new as an esthetician, so I'm trying to figure out which lane that I want to go. And that's not a bad thing, because
Absolutely.
it's not. And that's the beauty of being in this field, because it's so many things that you can do.
Right.
It's so many things.
Right.
And I'm thankful for that. So that, especially I'm in my 40s now. I didn't decide to do this.
40?
I am 42. Yes. I'm 42, and I never knew what my purpose was. That was part of my prayer. Lord, show me what it is. What is it that I'm supposed to do?
Right.
So I was working in the oil and gas industry for many years, and I love the oil and gas industry. I love my steady paycheck and the great benefits that come along with it. But
Absolutely.
It's not anything better than working for yourself and living what you're supposed to be here to do.
Right.
And so
Helps you get up in the morning.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It does. I don't mind going to work now. I don't get anxiety on Sunday on Sundays, like, oh my God, I'll go back to that place. No, it's not like that anymore. So that's the beauty of, God really answering your prayers. I don't know why God chose to show me in my 40s. Maybe I wasn't ready. Some of my students,
process.
Yeah, it is. Some of my students ask me that. Well, how long have you been doing that? One student asked me, do you wish you would have done it earlier? Sometimes I have asked, like, why didn't I do this earlier?
Right.
I probably would be so further along.
Yeah.
But
you never know what the problem was or the issue could have been, and you probably would have stopped, But it's good to, when you get into something that you love, regardless of the age, it helps you just keep moving forward, And I'm proud of you, you know what I'm saying? We've talked, and it's just good to see that you're passionate about something, and then the ultimate thing for me is that you're helping a whole lot of other people. That's the whole thing for me.
And I love that part.
Yeah, that's a big deal, because that's where your blessings are going to come from at the end of the day. All the other people that you're helping, and the information and the knowledge that you're giving, that's really going to be the biggest thing, So, tell people about Echelon Beauty Lab. How can they follow you on Twitter, on Facebook? Give them that information.
So, you can follow my business page. It's Meek Aesthetics. It's MEK apostrophe aesthetics, ESTHETICS. That's on Facebook. Or you can follow my personal page. I have no problem with that. Jemeka Simmons, JEMEKA, Simmons, SIMMONS. My business page on Instagram is Echelon Beauty Lab. So it's Echelon, ECHELON _ Beauty Lab, BEAUTYLAB.
Got it. Echelon Beauty Lab, Ms. Jemeka Simmons. You putting it down and making and trailblazing. So I like to know. Let's jump to the boys. We said we're gonna talk about raising 3 young men during this time. And so how do they view what you're doing now, and how do they help you? Because I know they inspire you. I know they help you with this situation, and probably get on your nerves too. With the process.
They get on my
But let's
nerves
talk about the young men. It's every day. Yeah. I understand. I got mine out there, so I understand how they go. So let's talk to us about that. You're a mother of 3 awesome young black men. So let's talk about those boys.
Yeah, I have 3 boys. God has blessed me with 3 boys. My oldest son, Jalen. He'll be 21 in November, and he is into sound engineering and programming, and he's doing his thing in the music industry. He's been doing
that for a little while now. We talked about it a little while back. That's good.
I thought Jalen was gonna be in college playing football. I thought I was gonna be the football mom.
The football mom, yeah.
But he switched it up on me, and because Jalen is cold on the football field as a what was he?
Was it wide receiver or what?
It wasn't wide. What's the other one? I can't even remember.
Offense or defense?
It was offense. Well, he make the touchdown, catch the ball, and
wide receiver.
It was wide receiver.
Wide receiver, or either running back. One of those 2. Running back. Okay, he's running back. Gotcha.
He was running back. So he was pretty good. That was pretty exciting for me. So, hey, he crushed that dream. But I got 2 more. But he doing his thing in the music industry. I was surprised by the switch of his career change, but he's really invested in it. Invested in time and money, and he'll probably be leaving in a few to go to Atlanta because he's been working with some producers out there, and they're calling for him, and they say he need to move out there. So
okay.
Cross my fingers with that. I hate for my baby to leave me, but I knew this day
Let him
was
go,
gonna
mama.
come.
Let him go.
I know, but that's my.
That's the oldest.
Yes.
I understand how it go. You know, I got money, so I understand.
Yes, yeah. So I've been, I'm looking forward to seeing him blow up and do his thing. He's doing good, and I have, so it's a 10-year gap in between Jalen and Jaren. And then I have, Jaren is 11. He just made 11 last week.
Okay.
And then I have Jai, who is 8 years old. So they're very inspired by watching me switch from working in corporate America to seeing me build my own business. And their dad has many businesses and doing his thing too, but it's different, I guess, I don't think it's different, but they like seeing it. Jaren, he inspires me, my middle son, the one that's 11, because he said, he speaks stuff that he sees. He said, you're going to have employees. And look, let me tell you.
Oh, wow.
I never imagined myself being an entrepreneur. I was comfortable working in the oil and gas industry. It was easy for me. I was getting a paycheck. I was comfortable.
Yeah.
But God pushed me
you out of that comfort zone.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And so he sees stuff that, like I said, I never imagined myself being where I am now. But hearing him say that, I'm like, no, but he sees it, and that inspires me.
That's good. That's good. And God will use whoever he needs to help you get what he needs you to get. And so, my mom would say that. It was certain things that I did. She always, I'm like, I ain't see it like that. But, as a parent, you can go back and you can look at it, and then you look at your kids and they say things, they do things, and it moves you in a whole different way. Right. So, shout out to the middle baby, for understanding that. He just spoke that into existence.
He did.
Yeah,
he
that's huge.
He did.
And hopefully it'll help you out when you need the help. He might be like, oh no, that ain't my business. That's for you, mama. But no, it's always good. They can come clean up the shop. What's his goals? What is he kind of into? The oldest is in the music.
Jaren haven't figured it out yet.
Okay.
Jaren,
but I know he's smart though. That's a smart baby.
He's smart. The youngest one is really, really smart. Jaren really doesn't like school, but he excels in it.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna be, I don't know. I kind of see him as being a politician.
Okay.
School is not. I mean, he's gonna have to go to school. It's not an option for him not to. But I see him being a politician because he's always for what's right. He's always,
he's a stand-up dude.
Yeah, he's a stand-up guy. No, that's not right. That type of guy. So
me and him need to talk. That's me. Look, you can't just push nothing over on me.
He's so headstrong. If he don't want to do it, he's not going to do it.
That's what's up.
I see him being a politician. Now, the youngest one, oh Lord, I don't know what he's going to do right now. He's into being iced out. Okay. So he watches.
He fly.
Yeah. He is. But he is watching Johnny Dang videos.
Oh Lord.
So he wants to be a jeweler right now.
That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe he'll be a jeweler.
Yeah, he can tell you what kind of chain and how much it weighs. And how many diamonds and how much it's worth. He's into that right now. Okay, so I appreciate his creativity.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because you never know what that's gonna turn into. He could be a gemologist, and just really get into that, and definitely can make some money doing that. So we just have to push them into the way they want to go. But how has the transition been as a mother for you, going from what you never imagined yourself doing, going to being an entrepreneur?
Beautiful.
It's been beautiful. That's good.
Why? Because I can make my own schedule. Mm-hmm. If I don't want to work. This week, I decided to take off. We, like I said, Jaren turned 11 last week. So we decided we wanted to take a family trip. And we always we had been saying that we were going to take him somewhere for his birthday. So we went to Puerto Rico. Okay. So I decided to take this week off and self-quarantine just so that my clients feel safe. We're all fine. So far, so good. Thanking God for that. But that's the beauty of the transition.
Absolutely.
They are in private school, so I'm able to be as involved as I want to. I'm that parent that's in the classrooms. They're going to be at all the programs, going to help with the programs. So that was a struggle for me being in corporate America.
Okay.
And along with the other struggles as far as, you know, if we want to get into it, like the racism and all of that, I'm happy I don't have to deal with that. But it's been a beauty that I'm able to, hey, I can't, you know, I'm going to close my books off for this time frame because I know I have to do this without having to put time in and explain, or, you know, that's...
You're the boss.
You
do what you need to do. That's right. And like I live by the motto, family always comes first, you know, and at the same time, we got to provide for them, but we got to do what's right by them. So that's definitely an advantage of that. So I totally get it and I understand it, you know, and that's kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing and just left the corporate world. And sometimes you have to dibble and dabble to make sure you can make sure things work. But that is the biggest thing for me, just having that freedom to be able to do what you need to do and just keep it moving. That's so true. Definitely. So you say you want to talk about being an entrepreneur through the pandemic. How has that looked? And, you know, and what kind of benefits, how has that weighed on you? What's been your process throughout the pandemic part of it?
So when you are doing what your passion is, when you are working and living the purpose that God put you on here for, things will come much more smoothly. I never was the person, like in corporate America, I know some of us know that we have to do the PPPs, the annual reviews, and part of the annual reviews would be, what are your goals within the company? Well, I didn't know, didn't care. I mean, you know, I just couldn't. That was always, I dreaded that time of the year because I don't know why, you know, and it kind of made me feel less than, like, I really don't want to be the leader of this company, and I never knew why. So once I made it up in my mind that I was going to stop working and give my 2 weeks notice, and once I started writing stuff down, things started manifesting for me. You know, when you figure out what you want to do, it's going to be so much easier. Those doors will open for you in your mind to where, oh, I can do, well, if I can do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that. Now I can write down goals. Right. Now I can see things bigger. You know, I didn't understand why I wasn't able to see the bigger picture in corporate America because that wasn't for me. Right. At that time. Right. At that time. So, I think that's important, you know, to find out what it is that you want to do in life and be able to set those goals and write them down. When you start, and I tell my kids that when you start writing, people, you know, it sounds cliche, but I'm telling you, it really does work.
No, absolutely. Yeah. You definitely, you know, write it down. You see it, you believe it. It's a process, and it's to get that mental state operating a whole different way. So but you were saying you write it down, and your kids were saying what? I definitely get it.
What they say? Well, I don't
you were saying you wrote it down, and they were even saying something.
Well, I was just saying that I tell them to write down their stuff too. I tell my oldest son that, you know, write down, you know, what it is that you want to do, and you'll see it manifest. And it'll work out for you. But once you figure out what you want to do, those things will come so much easier for you. I am a witness of that. Like, straight up, straight witness of that.
And what I'm doing is, you know, for anybody that's watching this page, the video on the other page had cut off. So, just y'all follow on my personal page right now, and I'm sharing it to the Reach Podcast is what it is. We had 2 lives going, but we're just going to stay on the live that we're on right now. Just small technical difficulties, but we've gotten the whole show, so we still good. You know what I'm saying? Just one cut off, but we still good. But yeah, so I mean.
Also, you were asking me about working through the pandemic. Okay, so what's important for us? We need to have multiple streams of income. Right. We've heard that, but really, like during the pandemic, I couldn't work. They shut down the beauty salons. So I started that gave me the time to be able to work on some of those goals that I had written down. So that's what I did, and that I tapped into the training to do wood therapy. That was something that I wanted to do. And once I did that opened up doors for other things. And when I looked back at my goals, those were part of my goals.
Yeah, and you didn't even realize you was doing it. Yeah.
So it's important for us to have multiple streams of income, and I'm telling my kids that too. You know, I'm telling Jalen, you need to have 2 or 3 different hustles.
Yeah.
You need to have some trades. You know, he's not the type of person that want to go to school. So, but I tell him, I enforce. Look, I'm still taking training classes. You know, I still have.
And that's what I was
keep
getting
learning.
ready to say. How much training did you have to do before you start? And that's what I was thinking you was gonna say. It's ongoing.
It's
ongoing. You
ongoing.
have to keep up to
Yeah,
date.
especially in the field that the beauty industry, it's ongoing because everything changes. And
continued education.
Yeah, and then the trends. People want to do the trends. And you know, stuff that's cool this year, everybody jumping on that, and you gotta learn it.
Yeah.
You gotta learn how to do it, and then especially for me, because I gotta learn how to teach it, even if I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of things that I don't even offer. Like I really don't do that much waxing. I know how to do it, but that's not my specialty.
Yeah.
But it may be somebody else that may be all that they want to do.
Okay.
Which is good because you can make so much money back to back doing quick waxes.
Right.
I'm not knocking that. It's just not my thing.
Right.
Not for right now.
Right.
Never know.
And would you? So you know, another thing I always try to do is like give our listeners, you know, goals and knowledge. Would you suggest trying to find your niche, or how would you? What information would you give to somebody who wants to get into the field that you're in? Would you suggest them trying to hurry up and find their niche and their lane, or just keep it broad for a little while, kind of do everything until they find their niche? How would you suggest that, just in your opinion? Okay,
let me tell you how it happened for me.
Okay.
So, like I said, I never knew that I was going to be an entrepreneur. My husband, he's an entrepreneur. He stopped working at his 9-to-5 job and said, I don't want to do this anymore. We had to downsize and leave our house in Katy and move in with his dad for a few months while he went to truck driving school.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew what he wanted to do, and he skyrocketed from there. He kept on telling me, you need to figure out what you want to do. You need to do things, you know, you need to work for yourself. I'm like, whatever, you know. But it came to a point where I couldn't even sleep at night. I was starting getting migraines. And, you know, when I can't sleep at night, I have a tendency to pray. And that was God pushing me. That was that pushing me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And I put in my 2-week notice, and they were like, well, what you gonna do? I was like, well, I'm just gonna do real estate, and I'm gonna do some lashes. I was good doing eyebrows when I went to Prairie View, so I'm gonna do that. And so I did start. Started off doing real estate. I went to real estate school, didn't finish it, don't like it.
Okay.
But I do need to finish because that's one of the side hustles that's good to have.
Absolutely.
I went to school. I taught myself how to do lashes before I even went to school. So when I was in school, I was actually helping the other girls, you know, teaching them how to do lashes. And I had a friend who was a barber, and he was like, you need to think about doing facials. And I was like, I ain't doing that. I'm going to be doing lashes, man, whatever. And he laughed with me to this day because he was like, man, you made me feel stupid. And look, and that's your main thing.
Yeah.
So, but once I got into it and started learning the chemistry behind why you're using certain products and what products you're going to use and what ingredients are part of the. So just keep it with that in mind. Just keep your mind open.
Yeah. Because
I was just like, I'm doing lashes, and that's it. And lashes ain't my favorite thing to do. I'm gonna be honest, you know.
Yeah.
But just keep your mind open to several things because lashes might not be popping.
Okay.
So yes, find out what your niche is. Work on that niche. Don't knock it, but learn other things too.
Other things, yeah.
Because that's different
stay
ways.
Relevant.
Yeah, to stay relevant and to have multiple streams of income. We must do that.
Absolutely.
As a race. Other races have been doing it for so long, and we behind. We need to have multiple. I tell my son, look, you need to find something to where you're making money in your sleep.
Absolutely.
And as I'm telling him that, I'm working on that myself because, like I said, I had a late start. I'm in my 40s, just figuring out what I want to do. So I'm trying to teach him as, you know, and that's how it's always been with, because I had him young, so I've always been learning with him.
Absolutely.
So when you're dropping those nuggets in your kid's ear, you may not seem like they're listening, but they listen. They pick up on it later. They're
gonna retain it, and that's the whole hope is that. And move up for me. The whole hope is that you give them the information that they need, and then when they need it, they remember. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing. So as far as like I said, the process, you know, I think you said you suggest that you learn everything you can, you know, and then just try to find your lane in the beauty business.
Yes, and get training.
Okay.
Get training, because when you go to school, they just want to tap into it. But get a training in that specialty so that you can learn different ways of doing that thing. You know, you may be good one way doing it, but hey, you know, learning different ways to do one thing,
right?
That's awesome. So I'm gonna say also, as being an entrepreneur, it takes money to make money.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, I spend a lot of money on products alone.
Yeah.
Products alone, just a bottle is about $100. Products and trainings and equipment, you know, like right now I went through a couple of steamers, so now I'm trying to invest in a really, really good steamer that's going to work good.
Yeah.
So it takes money to make money. So you have to invest in yourself. Being an entrepreneur, you have to invest in yourself.
No way around it.
No way around it, because you won't.
A line item in the budget. You know, make sure you take care of yourself in the business. Yeah. I definitely understand it, man. You know, and that's some strong advice and some sound advice. You know, you have to invest in yourself. You have to write your goals down, and you have to just keep moving forward. And then you've said it a couple times, just praying. That's another big part of it. You know, just keep your faith strong. There's gonna be ups and downs. But you know, you just gotta stay prayed up. You know, I've been posting that for years. Stay prayed up, and you know, things will work out. You know, you gotta believe it. So, you know, for people who may just be tuning in, let them know who you are again. I call it the commercial break. So tell them who you are again, and how they can find you, and how they can follow you. Let them know about your social media spaces.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Jemeka Simmons, and you can find my Instagram, my business page, which is Echelon Beauty Lab. You can find it at ECHELON_Beauty Lab, BEAUTYLAB. That's on Instagram. So my Facebook name, my business name on Facebook is Meek Aesthetics, which is MEK, only one E, apostrophe, aesthetics, which is spelled ESTHETICS, Meek apostrophe aesthetics. Or if you want my personal page, it is Jemeka Simmons, which is spelled JEMEKA Simmons, SIMMONS. That's my personal page.
Absolutely. And you get with Jemeka, and she's gonna take care of you, you know. And I know they've been seeing all the videos you've been posting, because you be keeping that going, you know.
Man, that's the hardest thing, man. Like
the promotions.
Just videotaping and getting content, you know. But hey, I'm gonna say that's important, man.
Absolutely.
It is so important,
because you probably get too much involved in what you're doing, and you forget to do the video.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. Like I may take a before picture and be so excited about the results and forget to do it. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. So it's important to get a lot of content, because when people see that you're actually, and I'm bad at it, you know. But I see people who do a lot better than me, and I'm sure they get better results. But that's important, that, you know, that's a nugget. If you're doing business, you need to show people what you're doing, because of the times that we're living in, that, you know, people are more visual now.
You want you to be on their mind every time they think about it. You want them, I need to call Jemeka. I want them to call Jemeka. Absolutely. That's the point of this show. They know now, you know what I'm saying? So everybody in my network, you know, so let's run down the list again. It's facials. What's the list that you provide? The services?
Okay, I do teeth whitening. I do facials and skin correction. I do body contouring. I do the butt lift, the non-invasive butt lift enhancements. I do skin lightening, like in our areas that we're not comfortable with being dark. And I do vaginal facials. I do back facials. I do back facials and the butt lift. I do the regular facials.
And so outside of the
wood therapy, body contouring,
outside of the, I don't know if you do it on the men, but outside of the vaginal facials and the butt contouring, it's for men and women, right? Everything else, the facials and all that.
Every client is different.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be in my discretion.
Okay.
It'll be at my discretion.
But you service men and women, you know,
man,
at your discretion.
Most of my clientele are men.
Wow. Okay, so what do you have to say to our male listeners? What do you say to them? Don't be scared. What would you tell them?
Yeah, you know, some of them. I had somebody we went to school with tell my man that ain't for men, and then I look at his nails, they're dirty, you know, like, so it ain't really for you, but you really need to level up. Yeah. But a lot of my male clients, they are more into it than women.
That's what's up.
They want to they have ingrown hairs in their beard. Or, you know, they might just want the relaxation, you know, environment that I provide.
That's what's
you know, they want their face clean. They understand that they want to look good for their women. And that's good.
Absolutely.
We want our men to look good.
I've been trying to get over there too. I have not made it yet, but I brought, who's that, Monty? I brought somebody to you, so I already know the services are good. I've been trying to get over there for my facial, and that's going to happen here real soon. I have a few people I know that can use the teeth whitening. I want to try that as well. Talk about the teeth whitening process so people know how that goes.
Okay.
How do you do that?
So I have the fluoride, I have the bleach, and I use a machine to intensify it to get quicker and better results. You know, you can do the strips, you can do that, but I have the other products to make it, you get maximum results quicker in one session. Like you see a difference in one session. I'm gonna be honest, the worse your teeth are, the better the results are. I'm just gonna be honest.
Okay.
Straight up.
Okay.
And so
I guess it's because you can see the drastic change.
And the goal per session. So I'm gonna say this: it takes more than one visit to receive your
That's
results.
what I was gonna ask you.
And also, every person is different. That comes with the consultation. I have to see. I can't just tell you, well, how many sessions? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I have to look at it.
Okay.
So, and I have a thing where I measure. And so the goal is to at least get 2 to 3 shades lighter.
Okay.
So per session, and I don't know how many sessions it'll take until you do the consultation.
Gotcha.
And that goes with facials, skin correction. That's what the consultations are for. Each person is different, deal with different things, have different factors. So the aftercare is different. Your at-home treatment is different. What you need to get, because I do chemical peels, I do all sorts. I do microdermabrasion to get rid of the dead skin cells on your face that has your face looking dull and not so bright. So I have different methods to get your skin to look brighter and cleaner and clearer.
That's good. Definitely interested in that. And the teeth whitening, I'm going to try that out as well.
What about the body contouring? Can I do the butt vacuum on you?
I work out. I can do my whole thing. I'm
but
good on that.
I'm telling you, when you work out, it enhances. I'm just kidding.
I'm good. I know you are. You're trying to catch me up. Y'all see this girl here trying to get me to do body contouring. But no, I'm good on that. But definitely we'll send people your way on that. And, you know.
Appreciate it.
So with the body contouring, I guess we'll just talk about the essence. We're laughing about it right now. The wood sculpt, is that what you call it? Wood sculpting?
Wood therapy.
Wood therapy.
So that's an old Chinese method. So if you have seen where they would use a rolling pin back in the day, that's kind of where it comes from. It's an old Chinese method, but I have like different tools that look like rolling pins, but they have different textures that I use to move the fat drainage to different areas. And so with the wood therapy, it's more permanent.
Okay.
So people use the machine to kind of move it. That's not permanent, but using the wood therapy, and I'm using my physical body to move the fat. And it's also moving drainage and toxins out of your system. So a lot of water is needed, a certain diet is needed, because if you're not going to do what you're supposed to do at home, you'll see results after your first session, but you're going to gain those inches right back. And it's not about losing pounds. I'm not helping you lose weight. Yeah, it's just you're going to probably lose inches. We do body wraps. So all of that helps you lose inches, and what it's doing, how you're losing the inches, is because the drainage is coming out along with a lot of the water that you're drinking. So I'm moving that fat towards your lymph nodes to help drain it.
Okay. I got 2 questions in regards to that, but before I do that, let's tell people, you know, again, because I don't remember myself, but those who are maybe just tuning in, because you've been talking about a lot of stuff you do. So the first thing people, well, what's your certifications for that? And, you know, are you approved to be doing that stuff? You know how people can get. So let them know your status and your credentials. Yeah, thank you.
I am a licensed esthetician. I'm kind of new to the field. I've been a licensed esthetician for a couple of years, but now I am an instructor. So I'm able to, well, I'm not going to say, I haven't taken my test yet. I have completed my hours to be an instructor, but I do have to take my test, honestly.
Okay.
So, but once I finish with my test, I will be able to teach what
I
I
do.
The
instructor side.
Yes, on the instructor side. So, yes, a lot of people who do lashes and all of that, they do wax and
freelance,
you know, they do, but I have, I'm not knocking them and they hustle, whatever, but what I have went to school for.
Yeah, you're doing it the proper way, and that's the thing that, and I mean, I already know that, you know, you were at old school with Amani and doing all those things, so I already know, but I want our listeners to know that you are taking the proper steps and you're doing what you need to do to actually be in the position that you're in. That's what's important.
I am, and I am going to pass this information on to whoever who's interested in being an esthetician. I spoke on ongoing training. So make sure that you're getting those those trainings from licensed estheticians and instructors, because
doesn't count probably if you don't.
It doesn't.
Yeah. But
you're gonna learn stuff. They're probably knowledgeable and good in what they do, but it's a lot of stuff that you learn in school as far as sanitation and stuff. You know, I've been to some of the best people that do stuff that are not estheticians, but I see where they may lack in sanitation or lack in certain areas. So it's always good to do your research on people that you're going to get trainings on and make sure that they're licensed, and you can check TDLR to make sure that they have the correct licensing, because you want to get the right information.
Right.
It's a lot of people that are God gifted and talented and do those things, but honestly, you're supposed to be an instructor to be able to instruct those classes and teach other people. And I want to do it the right way. That's why I went ahead. And, you know, on top of me wanting to help others.
Yeah.
And
well,
so,
salute to you for that, because that's just huge within itself, you know, and the desire to do it the right way. That means a lot as well. So, yeah, I just want people to know that. So, I lost my train of thought what I was going to ask you, but in regards to the body sculpting, or
body contouring, it's the same
wood
thing.
Therapy. My question with that, because I've been to, you know, Massage Envy, Massage Heights, Elements, and all that stuff, and they've talked about that toxin thing. You know, I kind of want to touch on that, and I guess that's real. That and they say that can actually be a harmful thing if you're not getting the water and you're not drinking. And then, of course, that's the reason why I want to talk about your credentials, because you can mess somebody up if you don't know what you're doing. So speak on that a little bit. You
can, and I'll just during the pandemic, that was one of the things that I got training on. So I'm new to the wood therapy. It is important to drink a lot of water when you're doing it, because you can get weak and pass out, and I can too, because I'm actually physically moving and working on you. But yes, the toxins are harmful, and you want it done the right way.
Right.
You want it moved to the correct area, and you want the maximum results for your client too. But yes, drinking a lot of water and eating right is definitely essential, and it also helps you to get the results that you want.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I mean, you know, I've heard that quite a few times, and you know, you can feel those lumps just moving, you know, when you go get the massage, that which feels so good. But the thing I want the listeners to know is that beware of who you go to and where you go, and just make sure that they know what they're doing, because I know that's a huge part of it. And get that water intake. You know, I definitely know that that's a huge thing. And for those that were like me, it's like every time you get up, they hand you the cup of water. It's like, I'm good, I don't want no water, but they insist, and there's reasons why they do that.
Right, that's exactly why. And I'm not big on drinking a lot of water either, but I do want to let anybody know, if that's what they want to do, please, because it's moving the toxins out your body. Yeah. And you want to release it.
Yeah. And then that water helps you drain it out. Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. So So at this point, I always give my guests opportunity. Anything you want as far as information or about the beauty lab, what would you tell the listeners at this point that's most important to you in the field that you're going through, or just even if it's about the COVID times that we're in, just what would you want to say to the people at this point?
Okay. it's important. I mean, like I said, the multiple streams of income, whatever it is, if you want to go into refrigeration, if you want to, whatever it is that you want to do, it's important to know what you want to do, write down your goals, and act on it. Mm-hmm. Whatever God wants you to do, go down that path. If He's tugging at you, He's tugging at you for a reason.
Yeah.
So listen to God and move and act fast.
Yeah.
Because if you don't act fast, that opportunity might not come again.
Yep.
So that's important to do. Now I'm just speaking from experience.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking
from the heart, man. Yeah. I can tell. Yeah. And I'm a witness to it too. It's definitely the most important to me. The thing you said is that when you don't act, because God doesn't talk to everybody. That's another thing, and if He's not talking to you, then it's maybe not your time. It could be that you're not listening, because He talks to us in ways.
I think He talks to everybody.
No, what I'm saying is like, it's not your time. It's more or less. He definitely talks to everybody, but it's more. I'm speaking from the point of it's not your time. It ain't for you right now, and you're pushing, and it's not your time. And so,
I'm sorry to interrupt you,
go ahead.
But that's important. The timing thing.
Yeah.
I have plenty. The beauty shop that I work at in Nikita, at 360 degrees. That's where I'm located, y'all, at 360 degrees. Me and Nikita graduated together. She always been a boss. She always knew what she wanted to do, and she acted on it at that time. And that, and it led to other things in her life.
Right.
And that's what she moved on it.
Right.
So it wasn't my timing at that time, so people need to realize their timing and their season. Mm-hmm. And if you realize that, and don't compare yourself to others. I never compare myself to, I'm going to use Nikita as an example. I never compare. I congratulated her. Yeah. And when you're rubbing elbows, I made sure I always rubbed elbows with her. Mm-hmm. And when you're rubbing elbows in your season, you're going to be next in the blessing season. Yeah. So
cup overflow.
Yes. So don't compare your success to other people's success. And that's one thing that we do. We can tend to do as an entrepreneur.
We can tend to do. We do it. That social media is notorious for that. Because it's all visual, and you want to be where somebody else is at, but you just gotta wait your time.
And that's okay to be where they are. Mm-hmm. But that might not be what is meant for you to do. Number one, and number two, use it as inspiration.
Inspiration, yeah.
Use it as inspiration and write it down. And that's what I like to do. I like to be around people that inspire me, doing better than me.
Right.
Actually, it's gonna make me level up.
Because that's exactly, and I'm glad you brought that up. If you are doing better than everybody you hang around, you're not doing the right thing. You gotta get out that circle because you can't grow that way. You have to be around people who are doing better than you in order for you to grow. Because if you're just trying to be at the top of everybody, then that's automatically a problem. That's a self issue. You have to be lower in most cases, but of course, be evenly killed where you can give back, but at the same time you can be a student and you can learn. Every mentor has to be mentored. You know what I'm saying? And be a mentee. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's just a big thing in that whole social media deal, the jealousy that goes around and the hate and all that. You just got to get that out your system, And if you're hanging around people that's all they doing is talk about people, you definitely want to get some new friends and stuff like that, because that's not good. But yeah, that's anything else.
I was going to say something and I lost my train of thought too.
So no, we were just talking about.
What I was going to say. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So
it's your show, girl. I tell you.
I forgot again that quick. I'm old, y'all. I forgot. Maybe it'll come back.
Yeah, it'll pop back in. Just bring it up when it pop back in. But just have an opportunity to level up. I like to speak on that. I remember
now. Remember, as an entrepreneur, the people that support you are not going to be the people that you know. Most of the time, not knocking my supporters that I know and got my back and push me and all of that, but I'm telling you, it's going to surprise you, the people that support you.
Absolutely.
So don't expect your people to support you. You might not even want them to, because most of the time they're going to want deals. Yeah. They're going to expect
or their level of support.
Yeah.
Too, what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. So not even want to, engage in that,
Yeah.
kind of take that out your, I read about that as being an entrepreneur, when I was first starting off, and it helped me to not expect the ones that are closest to you to really, really, really support you.
Right.
You might not even want to, you don't want the people that's going to ask you, for the deals and that want that special place in line and want the special treatment, Don't even worry about it, because it's going to be people that's going to be healthy, long time clients that are going to support you.
Yeah.
And it's going to surprise you. It's going to be the people that you least expect. It's going to be people that you don't know. It's going to be people that's going to find you through social media. It's going to be people that hear about your work.
Yeah.
So that is one of the that's one of the most important things that an entrepreneur starting off, I would suggest. Do not expect your people that's closest to you to support your business.
Supporter. We'll say it like that.
Yeah. Okay. Be the biggest supporter.
Biggest supporters.
Yeah.
Or again, you say the go-to. Don't look for friends
don't
and family.
Expect them to.
I totally 1000% agree with that, because my idea when I was starting the Dad Chronicles thing, it was a one-man show, and then it grew. Like we've talked about it, and it's those that you thought was gonna just be the ones, they're not the ones, and it's just crazy. And it used to catch me up, but I already knew that. That's my thing. Mm-hmm. So for anybody who's going through that phase right now, you know what I'm saying, and just pray. And what's going to happen is that helps you grow. That helps expand your network, because then you receive and you start looking in different areas in different ways, and you actually can seek out new supporters, and it'll help you market yourself a little bit different, to where you're not worried about what's in the bucket. And I tie it to artists. They always say, in your hometown, don't start in your hometown. That's why you always go on road trips, and they get out of town, and all the support and the love comes from elsewhere, and then when you come back, you there, and those people that you've been knowing, they're going to be there anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when you make it, that's when they want to support. And,
it might not be that. It might not be that. So we can't always look at it like that. So I had an incident where one of my best friends was starting a business, and her business was not a need of mine. So I wasn't in a hurry to purchase the product, and I was going to support her regardless.
Right.
But the expectation was for me to purchase it right then, and I just didn't. It just wasn't a product that I needed at that time.
Yeah.
But it might not be that reason.
Yeah.
It may not be that reason. So don't even look at it like that. Yeah. It might not be nothing that they need right then. But as you grow, they're gonna need something. Yeah. So
and like
don't
I said,
even trip about it.
They're gonna always be there. So you just gotta get it out your mind, and that's a really strong positive point. And it's not that they don't support you, they don't wish well for you. In some cases, it could be, but most of the time, it's not that case. Yeah. It just is what it is. I think that's a golden rule. That's what I call it. It's definitely a golden rule of business. Is just get outside of your circle
and market yourself. You have to, especially with these days and times. And also, you were asking me what pointers would I give. You have to dress the part. You have to show up how you want to be perceived, or where you want to be.
Your shirt, I've been looking at it, says inspire others, so I like that. Yeah.
Thank you. And you have to market yourself. You are a walking billboard for your business, So like I said, you were asking me questions before I even got into the beauty industry.
Yeah.
And I got questions like that sometimes. So, I understood, that when I go somewhere, I have to look the part, I do eyelashes, so I have to have some lashes on, because that'll open up the door.
Give them the reason to want it.
Right. And then that'll be the perfect time to have my cards. Oh, I don't even do my eyelashes. I don't even do my eyelashes. You like my eyelashes? I do eyelashes. Yeah, here's my card, and as many cards as you give out, of course, everybody's not going to call you, but if you get one person out of the 10 cards that you pass out, that's a new client.
Absolutely.
So, and that goes with posting too on Instagram and on social media. So you, if you post, if you just get one appointment just from that one post, that's a win.
Yeah.
So we have to be consistent with, and I'm saying this because I'm not the best at it, like I've stated before, but we have to be consistent with our marketing, and we have to dress the part, because we're a walking billboard for our business, just like you wear your t-shirts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you're giving some awesome information. I hope people are receiving it. And, you know, that's the biggest thing about it. We have to be our own biggest supporter too at the same time. You got to push what you're doing to make people know about it, understand it, and want to be a part of it. You know, that's the biggest part of any marketing campaign, is you have to be the strongest believer in that.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I definitely agree with everything you've been saying. So last thing I'd like to touch on is I know you mentioned it already, is where you're at. What is the next level, as far as we touched on a little bit, as far as goals? Are you going to go into your own building? You kind of staying where you're at? How do people reach out to you? Do they come to you, or do you do house calls, is what I was going to be getting at.
I have done house calls. I'm not particularly, I'm going to be honest, some people, that's all they want to do, and that's their niche, and that's great.
Yeah.
Not particularly mine. I prefer my own environment because I know I can be able to control the environment as far as sanitation, as far as my tools being there, as far as creating the environment and the ambience that I like to have for my clients.
Yeah.
I have done it, you know, and it was great, but my preference is, and it may change, you know, like I said, with trends and needs and with your lifestyle, it may change. But as for right now, I prefer for my clients to come to my, I will have to expand, because during the pandemic, some of the goals that I had written down, I've learned other services that I'm outgrowing the space that I'm in now. So hopefully I will be able to expand my space. Yeah. That is a goal.
That's what's up.
I plan on having a shop maybe soon. I really want a beauty supply.
Okay.
That's one thing that my husband had been pushing me to do, and that was one of the things. I'm like, I don't want no beauty supply. But now I'm like, I want a beauty supply.
Why wouldn't you want a beauty supply at this point, you know?
Yeah, but it's a lot of work.
A lot of work, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
You go into beauty supplies like a Walmart, you know, there's stuff everywhere. But,
it's stuff everywhere. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
I definitely understand that. So, man, I appreciate you being here. You know, before we run out of too much time, tell people again how they can find you, you know, and they want to book with you, the email, the phone number, and, you know, whatever social media you want to give.
Okay. Again, my name is Jemeka Simmons, and it's JemekaSimmons. You can find me on Facebook, and my business Facebook page is Meek Aesthetics, and that's MEK Aesthetics, which is spelled ESTHETICS. on Facebook. And my Instagram business page, which is my business name, which is Echelon Beauty Lab, but it's going to be Echelon_Beauty Lab, and that's on Instagram. And you can find some videos and some pictures of my work, and my booking site is in the bio, but I can give it to you right now. It's Echelon Beauty Lab, ECHELON Beauty, BEAUTY Lab, LAB.AS.me. And that's my booking site, and you can find a list of my treatments and services, a menu of my services, and the prices.
That's what's up.
Sometimes I run specials or whatever, but yeah, that's where you can find it.
That's how they can find you. Man, y'all go get after my sister. Keep her busy. Jemeka Simmons in the building. Echelon Beauty Lab. It's a lab. You know, you doing everything in there.
So that Meek Aesthetics, that's the first name I came up with.
Okay.
And, but as for me, I didn't know what aesthetics was until I went to school for it.
Yeah.
And it's hard to spell too and say. I just learned because I have to write it and say it over and over again.
Yeah.
So I didn't think that was the best name, but I like Meek Aesthetics. I might go back to it. It's a play on my name.
Yeah, that's why I call you. Are you using this still? You know, like, yeah. But and that's just me doing my research. But are you in the space of, for anybody who may be wondering, the young girls who might be watching, are you in the space as of now, because I know you are, if you're not, of mentoring at this point?
Yes.
Are you doing any mentoring and giving back to the youth at this point?
Yes,
Okay.
I am. So
they can
anybody,
reach out to you
yeah,
for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. Because I always try to tie my show into how can we give back to the youth, and I guess there's men and women. It doesn't matter the
Right?
gender.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't at
Okay.
all.
And that's a huge thing.
I have had male students.
Right. Well, that's good. Y'all can get at her to be a mentor, to give you information, just to help you learn about it, and maybe they can be your intern or something like that.
Any questions, even if you're having problems with skin or whatever, I'm always open. My phone number is 832-247-4425. You can text me at any time or call me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have. If we need to set up a consultation, that's fine. If you're more comfortable doing a FaceTime consultation, that's even better for me.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm still, every times are iffy right now. So, don't know how things are going to go in the future as far as the COVID. I don't know if they're going to start shutting things down, but we just got to be careful, be safe. Like I said, this week I'm not even taking any clients, and it's nothing wrong with me, but I went to Puerto Rico last week, and I want to show my clients that their safety and health is first, as well as my family. So, and that's the thing, we're in a field where it's a lot of hands-on, especially with facials. I'm in your face.
Absolutely.
I'm digging stuff out your face.
So you want to make sure, basically, like a mini quarantine. Basically, you're making sure you're back in town and that you're good and stuff like that.
I am.
Yeah, and you already know there's nothing wrong, but that's an important step to take. So the last thing I was going to say is, in regards to the bookings, is there certain days, or you just do it by appointment when they reach out to you? Is there any days you're not available? I guess I would be saying. I'm
appointment only.
Okay.
I do have to. My regular days are Tuesday through Saturday, of course. Like most people in the beauty industry, but I do have clients. There are also in the beauty industry that have the same off days as me.
Okay.
So I do find myself taking clients on Mondays. Those are really my off days, but I do have to be flexible for my clients.
For the clients. Okay. And is there anything else, young lady, that you want to share with them? Because no, not right now. We're actually, if you have any questions, we can use this time to welcome any questions that we may have. But and I always, when I'm interviewing, I'll be forgetting about going to the question. The other system is where I would really see it, but that shut down on us. But is there anything else that you want to share that you think you may be leaving out? I see you got your notes over there. You were well prepared, But again, it's Echelon Beauty Lab CEO, Ms. Jemeka Simmons. Again, I am proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
You've been doing your thing, man.
Thank you. I'm trying.
Moving in silence. No, you're doing an excellent job.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. And I've been paying attention purposely, and for those who may not have been, or just doing their own things, you've been doing a lot. So. I just appreciate that within itself. Shout out to my son's team again, Team Sir. I can't wait to get to my phone to see what's been going on with them. They had already played game 1. Next game is at game 2. Is at 1:00. So I hope they're kicking butt down there. And I'm looking to get out there, if not tomorrow, maybe Saturday, and catch the rest of the games. But I know they're doing a good job. You know what I'm saying? And so shouts out to you again. I can't say that enough.
Everyone just stay safe,
I'll give you a phone number again too. That's what I was going to say.
My phone number is 832-247-4425.
Gotcha. And you said everyone stay safe?
Yeah, everybody stay safe and stay healthy. Just use your best judgment during these times, and that's all
Yeah, absolutely. That's all we can give, and for the people that have been battling COVID, I've dealt with it personally, because we're all dealing with it, it's just, just do the best you can, because it's like, what can you tell everybody? The information that comes out is all over the place from week to week, and, but we just have to do our due diligence to make sure we take care of ourselves. If everybody takes care of their household, then we'll be fine. I've had my tests. I've had people that been around me close, my Landon's mom, and different people, they've done their tests, and it's all preferably come back negative. Nobody's tested positive. So, for those who haven't had that experience, and you have to keep moving, just do the best you can to stay safe. That's all you can really do. And for those people who are in the house, I was talking to my uncle the other day. He was like, man, I was sitting up there and I was checking my mail. I was counting my money, you know, and because I don't go nowhere. But you got to remember, just because you're staying in the house, if you touch the mail, you count money, like you can get it from that. So you just have to just be as safe as you can. That's the main thing.
Yeah, we living in some, I hate to
Crazy
say crazy.
time.
It's not. I hate to say crazy,
Yeah.
but these are some different times, man, and I don't think it's gonna ever.
Imagine us back on the block in the day, can't go nowhere, and just stuck in the house.
You have to wear a mask.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
but we definitely have to be mindful and do those things. So again, shout out to you. I appreciate you
and
showing up and being here
on your new studio,
thank
doing
you,
big things.
Oh, and we will the setup. We're gonna work on the setup for next week because you know, I had to see how it was gonna be and thought a couple things were gonna happen that didn't happen this week, but we definitely gonna get even better quality. And you come back whenever you want to. You know, when you have new accomplishments going on, you're definitely always welcome. And appreciate you being the first person in the studio. This is the first.
I mean, it's supposed to work out like that.
Already. You know, and I've been calling you forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you finally gave me a date, and I was like, "That's what's up." You know what I'm saying? So. You know, it's here and it's happened, and I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Shout out to everybody that's been watching. Jemeka Simmons, Echelon Beauty Lab. Y'all go check her out on Facebook, Instagram, and y'all just give my sister, man. And this is another episode, Excellence in Black Business.
Yes.
You gave everybody some awesome information.
For real.
Absolutely. So y'all go back and check the whole show out. And we signing off. This is the Reach Podcast Show, where every show reaches beyond the listener's ears. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah, man. Let me stop that live.